What's up, Hexicans? Welcome to another Hex Guild episode where we're going to catch up with whatever's going on this week. I'm Eco Builder in the Hex mail room, meaning I'm sending out Hex packages left and right. Welcome wherever you're coming from. If you're a regular, awesome. Finbear, come join me, please. All right, so we got an intro going on today.
You right? Ow, telling you right? Ow, telling you right? Ow, right? Ow, right? Ow, telling you right? Ow, telling you right? Ow, telling you right? Ow, right? Ow, right?
Let's go get on the stream.
I don't get too fun. 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 That motherfucker back there is not real. Not real.
I don't blame her.
Not real. That motherfucker back there is not real. Not real. You either believe it or they cannot believe it. I am telling you right out. Telling you right out. Telling you right out. Right out. Right out. Telling you right out. Telling you right out. Telling you right out. Right out. Right out. I don't get too fun. I don't get too fun.
That motherfucker back there
I don't get
is
too
not
fun.
real.
That was good stuff. I do not blame her. All right, where's everybody else at? All right, Marcus.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. It's been pretty decent up here for weather-wise. Raining today, so that's good.
That is sweet, dude. I'm so jealous of you. Over here on the right of my screen, on my toolbar on this computer, I've got a little weather update, and it says it has a little fire sign right next to a thermometer, and it says very hot. So it's beyond 100. It was saying 100 just a while ago.
Oh man, we're not that warm. We were warm last week. It was up in the 90s, but not that hot.
Man,
now
when the
it's
sun
like in the
goes down-
70s.
When the sun goes down, it's just heated air still everywhere.
Yeah, it's been pretty comfortable here the last week or so.
All right, so I wonder if Sasha, the non-Power City representative, watches the live streams. I wonder if we can hide from him here. He's blowing up the fucking chat. So compliments
awesome.
on everybody that's been doing shit in the chat. Like, it's been going crazy lately. If you don't
it's
stay
been
on top
awesome.
of it, I'm sure it could be like 200 messages piling up real fast.
Yeah, quick.
All the
It's-
shares.
It's more positive, I would imagine, than the main chat in like the hex.com chat.
Oh yeah, most likely.
There's so downers in there. The trading, and I've
They're
got like
fucking noobs, man.
oh,
They don't fucking get it.
100,000 missed messages or whatever in those chats.
Yeah.
So it's people
There's
coming
all-
in with the idea of like, okay, well, how is this gonna work?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what's
I
gonna work.
stay out of those. I stay out of them. There's nothing of value in there really.
Yeah, last night I had a super troll BTC guy with something Satoshi, something in his name. He came into our space and I said, we monetize time. And he just kept on going on and on. And then RG3 came in. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning for me. RG3 came in because somebody had tweeted out that we were talking about the documentary and the logistics and stuff like that. So he came in and just sort of like just bashed the troll, and the troll just left. And then the troll blamed me, saying that I was the one that kicked him out. I'm pretty sure that I didn't make a co-host and I was the host and I didn't kick anybody out. So that's a lie, Satoshi, whoever you are.
Never trust anybody named Satoshi. Let me
So
put the stream on.
I had a joke that
Let me
to
say
do-
hi to the guys.
All right.
I see myself. I see Besot here, Tin Top,
Facing.
facing realities, slacking off, not in the on the stream. That's fine. You're at
To say,
home.
where's your bubble if you're at home? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude.
just got home, man. Golly. I had a dinner with my dad for the last time
sweet.
before we go to Portugal. So, yeah, had to do it.
Any
now I'm-
alcohol?
Getting excited.
Beer. Just a beer. Let me get my sound on my headset because this is annoying.
Okay, I'm glad Marcus is on the on the stream for this joke. I just came up with it because yeah, I'm dealing with this at my house. What did the man say to the ant?
I don't know. What did he say?
You stole my honey. The ants are trying to get the honey.
How did they
Ants
find
are
it?
assholes sometimes.
How on earth did they find it?
I left it too long on the county. Then they were like crawling all over.
Oh man, your ants are very active. We don't get them inside the house over here.
Well, I don't spray for them at all. And they're really, really small little things, so they might not even be technically ants.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. Weren't you supposed to be
I think
streaming
it's
from the pool?
I think it's the what? Come again?
Were you gonna stream from the pool?
Well, I was gonna, but then like everything was running so low on battery that I didn't want to go and like just go there, like float for a few minutes and then run out of juice.
I could do a pool stream. Gotta hurry up.
Yeah,
though.
that'd be cool.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last
I
week
got
in
maybe
April,
like a
so-
week of warm days left.
My kids are already nagging that. That's one of the first things I need to build. There is a pool.
Yeah.
They're so used to a pool now that I think Daddy's gonna build a pool again.
If you had any way of
Hey, you
making
should
it a
build-
natural pool, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
build
gonna
one of
have a
those
natural
natural
pond this
bulls.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
my
only
goal as
need
well.
like you need a few air stones and an oxygen pump to circulate the water. It's
Pretty much.
brilliant.
Every once
I
in a while,
love
I
that
go to
guy.
Facebook and I see awesome
Sorry?
pictures. Every once in a while, I go to
Yeah.
Facebook and I see really awesome pictures of permaculture projects, and I forgot to share, I think, with the group the latest things I saw about pools. Because they were trying to lead you off into a book and a website
Yeah.
and stuff, but it was amazing pools.
Yeah, I saw
And they
this.
get that 45-degree angle or that bird's eye view, so you can see
Mhm.
through the pond to all the different textures down below.
Yeah, and the layers. Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So nice.
what's his guy's name again? He recently did a pond for Shaquille O'Neal, I believe. He's also a YouTuber, makes natural ponds. Oh, it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, was it that one guy who had a weird last name? It was something like
That lived in LA, and it was like a Spanish last name.
Could be.
oh, it's a different dude. I was thinking of this English fella who I think lives in the States. He had this Australian couple who built a beautiful. It was massive. It was like half above ground and half of it was sunken below ground because it was on a quite a steep slope. So
Pretty
they
much as
sunk
mine
it into
pool.
the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to build my
and
pool about
I think
60
I think he had like 8 IBC totes next
Mm-hmm.
to the pool, and he had this the filtering system was sort of set up into the IBC totes.
Yeah.
That was freaking awesome.
That's
Gave
normally
me all
something they
kinds of
do with
ideas.
carp. Yeah. That's normally what they use
Gave
for
me all
carp
kinds
filters.
of ideas because
Yeah.
because we as you know, we got the pool outside, and I'm not happy about using like putting
Chemicals, yeah.
chlorine in the
Yeah.
water. It does
I
evaporate over time, but still,
correct.
it would be sweet to have it converted to completely like natural. And
Yeah, it's
you
either
could probably
chlorine or
grow
salt.
some water. Yeah, but basically, if you have salt, you have the ultraviolet thing, where
Yeah,
the ultraviolet light turns the salt into chlorine. So it's same
same
difference.
thing.
You still
Yeah.
get the same. Yeah, you get the
If you
same
look at
stuff in
my
your water.
pump house, I built my pump house for a pool about 3 times the size that it is. Therefore, I could keep the chlorine level as low as possible. So if you jump in my pool, you don't really notice any chlorine, even though it needs to be in there. Otherwise, it's green within a day. But it's really minimum. And I also make sure that the pH level is pretty much perfect. If you keep the pH level in your pool correct, your eyes won't burn. If you got burning
Mm,
eyes in your pool, it means your pH level isn't correct. If you have natural pH, it doesn't hurt your eyes.
yeah, yeah.
I had some burning eyes when I was a kid. The
Yeah.
neighborhood pool.
Oh yeah, me too. I was
They
swimming
make
like
other
whenever.
stuff for pools, acetic acid and peroxide,
Hmm.
um, which is you don't have to use it's very little, and it
Correct.
does pretty good at reducing microbial growth.
Yeah. I also have a UV light, like oversized 3 times. It doesn't matter. Once the sun comes and I start heating my pool with the solar, so it gets warm water and sun, dude, it gets green in a day, no
Yeah,
matter what I do.
yeah,
It's
yeah. It's the same
unstoppable.
same over here. It was completely green last fall after we turned off the heater and all the pumps and stuff. It took a
Hmm.
couple of days to turn completely green.
Yep.
We used a garden hose and hooked it up to the pump and ran the garden hose up on top of a roof to heat the pool we had when we were kids. That always got
Oh,
it pretty
that's
nice.
brilliant. That's
Yeah, because
brilliant.
there's already a pump there, and you just put a little T on the you know outlet and
Hmm.
the inlet, so it pumps water up on top of the roof with a garden hose. It takes a couple days for it to warm up, but once it gets going, you can
Yeah,
just turn
but
the T off because or else it'll get too
Yeah.
hot.
yeah,
I got I think about, what is it, 30,000 liters? I don't know how that, it's probably 8,000 gallons.
8 gallon. That's eight
Yeah,
gallons.
probably. And then I have about 6 by 8 meters on solar mat on my shed. And if it's a warm day, I can warm up the pool with about 2 to 3 degrees a day. And then at some point, after 1.5 week of summer, I have to turn it off. Otherwise, it gets a hot tub. It's insane
Yeah,
how effective it works.
Yeah, I've got an air water heat pump which can heat the pool like
Yeah.
1 degree an hour.
And that's what, 1 kilowatt on
I think
electric, and
it's
then
like
about eight
yeah, I think
kilowatts
it's
out of the air.
yeah, I think it's like it uses one and it gives
Yeah.
out maybe 4.5
So
or
it's a
something
COP
like that.
4.5. Okay. See,
I'm not too sure, but it's a big one.
yeah.
Marcus, when you pumped that up to the roof, did you like let it shed the roof, or did you have it to where it just rested on top of there, ran through the hose, and then exited the hose off the edge?
yeah. So all we did was just run
You
it's
just
got to be
placed
a rubber hose though,
a
because
rubber hose
the
up on top of
yeah,
your roof. Okay.
and you just run it over top the peak, 5-6 feet on each side, overlapping on the peak, and then you just run it down the other side and bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And nowadays you have really cheap systems. The one that I have is made out of EPDM, and it comes on a roll, and the roll is already made of really small EPDM tubes stitched together. And then you have one big manifold where all the tubes get into, and that manifold is also interconnectable. So I have about 6 meters of manifold, and then about 8 meters of EBDM, and then a manifold on the top. So all the water comes in from a 1-inch pipe on the bottom, comes out on the top. And if I put it on early in the morning when the sun is just up and it's already started shining for an hour, if I put it on and the water goes through, you cannot put your hand on it. You will literally burn your hand for the first 10 seconds. The water that comes out, it's literally boiling.
Oh wow!
It's insane.
How hot does he heat it up? Like 150 or 140?
I mean, it depending on the weather, but if we have a nice summer day, it's about 3 degrees Celsius per day for about 30,000 liters.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is a lot, but I did everything
You gotta-
oversized because I hate maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did literally everything oversized.
We have
It's
about
always
the same size pool.
yeah.
no
It's
pool
always
envy.
better to run stuff
It's
at like
nice.
50% capacity too,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah. Takes no power.
or 75% capacity, whatever. You know, just not like maxing it out.
Exactly. Your stuff will last that way instead of burnout. And if you
I don't know, man. I'm not so sure about this. Let me give you an example. Like, if you're using a battery-powered drill or a screwdriver to screw in long screws, your battery lasts way longer if you screw in a way that you place everything where it needs to go and just max out and just ram it in once. It
yeah,
lasts
but we're not
way
really.
longer if you go in slow and slower and like give it torque for a longer time. It eats the battery up in like 3 times as fast.
That is correct. But we're more
Okay.
talking about a pump. If you have
Okay.
a pump that needs to run at 100% 24/7, because my pump runs 24/7. If you do it at 100%, that pump will disintegrate in 2 years. Now I have a pump that only maybe 30%, and even then it's a shit ton of water. But it could do it for years and years on end without destroying itself.
Yeah, that's why, like, if, like, for instance, Finbear, if you're using a 12-volt battery, you'd be using a maximum amount of power to run those screws in. You're not going to be able to run as much if you use a 20-volt battery because
Also true.
you're
Oh, yeah, that's
using
true. That's
using a percentage or less of a percentage of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's true.
I mean, just like
But also
your
the way
pumps.
you like, if that's, yeah, pumps are different and engines altogether, they're a bit different ball game than just your run of the mill electric stuff. But
Yeah.
what else is up? I did a spoon. Everybody saw that. That's what I did last week. What else did
A
I
what?
do?
I saw
Oh.
the spoon. He whittled the spoon out of
Really?
wood.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, I
was
saw that
warming.
one.
I was
That's
warming up the
epic, by the
sauna,
way.
and
It looked great.
Yeah.
I did some. You need some kindling. So I had my knife there, and the firewood was nice and dry, and I started like popping out halves of a big log with the knife, and then one of the pieces just happened to be like perfectly. The grains went like up and down through the entire length of the board. And I was like, dude, I could make a spoon out of this. And I just set it aside for a bit, and I couldn't keep myself. I had to go and try to do a spoon. Came out pretty good. Like you can,
You call that pretty
if you
good?
if you lift it up against the sun, the sun shines through it. It's really thin. It's less than a
Nice.
millimeter thick.
I
the
was
part that
impressed.
goes into your
I could
mouth.
never do that shit. I don't have the patience for it, I think.
So it's a
I didn't
strainer.
know I had it in me. Sorry?
Nice.
You made a strainer.
Sorry?
Strainer.
spoon. One
No,
that
it's not.
will allow.
No,
to
it keeps all the stuff in it.
Okay.
Did you
Pacifier.
put? What did you treat it with?
I would probably treat it with something like mineral oil or something food safe, but I didn't treat it at all.
How you
because
like my
it's
background,
not
by the
yet.
way, Eco?
I do like it. I was gonna ask you, is it one of the images that I sent over?
Yes. I
Sweet.
loved it so much. I thought I'm gonna use this as a background. I love it.
So I was
What are
told
these?
Microsoft AI Artist was free. So I just traveled on over there to their website and started typing in prompts. And eventually I started saying um, like the servant or I don't know, somebody that was like the prince or the princess in 300,000 what is that AD, or no, I forget. Like was it the future or the past?
This was the future
Okay.
where the pyramids would literally float in the air, apparently.
Yeah. So I'm sorry I'm bashing it so bad, but in the future, a princess is taking a picture of pyramids being activated in a forested area on the Earth, or on this flat Earth, is what I said. And so I had to say forested area, otherwise, whenever it heard pyramid, it had to make everything all sandy and dry. And then I eventually, thought about saying, well, you got to activate the pyramid, not just like, oh, grandiose construction of it new and in use. No, it needs to be activated. So this is what it came up with: lightning
Yeah, I love
bolts
them.
and clouds changing, and I think there might be like a shallow ocean down below, up to the edges of the pyramid. Is that right?
Could be.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, you
Looks
sent so
like there's a
many.
lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit piled on top of each other there.
They always had like a capstone, and they always had a little bit of steppy action. That's the horizontality.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't
but
think
like I
they
say, they
had
always want to make
like
it dry.
the finished ones with the white stone cladding that it had. It didn't have the steps. It was smooth, like when it was like when it wasn't broken and all worn down like it is now. The pyramids were smooth on their surfaces.
Didn't they have a granite like sheath on the outside that was supposedly painted?
I don't know if it was granite, but I remember it was white. Like it was a different stone on top, like a
Yeah.
top layer which was white.
And the tops should be metallic, or at least
Yeah, the
conductive.
tip.
Probably gold.
Yeah.
Or a crystal.
They had the tips in Rome in the Colosseum. They had all the three tips were like presented for everybody during like Caesar. So probably Vatican has them somewhere.
Probably,
They're
yeah.
sitting. They're
These
sitting
geckos have
on their
everything.
yeah. They're sitting on their
Knowledge.
pyramids. Assholes.
Thank you, Oshat.
Imagine how big their tomatoes are.
Mm-hmm.
If our Juan can grow like tomatoes in a couple of weeks.
Insane.
Granted, he lives someplace really nice and warm. But
What happened to
mangoes big.
the chat in the Hex Guild? It exploded. When I'm gone
Well,
for
Sasha
2 days.
came in.
It's
Sasha came
insane.
in.
Dude, 160
Yeah.
messages like I have nothing else to
Yeah.
do. God damn it.
It was Sasha. He came in. I don't know. I think I told him like you need to be in Hex Guild, and he came over from Strape.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
active. He's busy. He keeps everybody talking. He's a good guy.
yeah.
What's
He had
going
some
on with
interesting
Davin?
things.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
He freezed himself to look like Luke from Beverly
He's
Hills
gauging us.
90210. Guys, who am I? Yeah, that was
Well,
your
that's
face.
not bad,
when you
actually.
Yeah,
Columbo?
that's how you know him. You get the
Damn,
wrinkle here.
Colombo. Now that's been a while. Used to love Columbo. The dry humor, golly. When TV was good, can't you remember all the old series like Airwolf and oh man, there were so many. MacGyver. Hmm.
Yeah, MacGyver was pretty good. But I watched some MacGyver episodes again, like recently,
And
and I'm pretty sure MacGyver is a CIA plant. Like, think about it. He works for he works for an international foundation that has he doesn't know the leaders. He his contact is an army general who clearly is like moonlighting this gig for the Phoenix Foundation. And where do his travels take him? But everywhere, like communist countries, where there's
yeah,
a dissident in prison, or there's a dictator or something, and he has to go and blow shit up. But
I mean,
it's still painted in a light that he's on the side of the good guys, which makes it okay.
yeah, somewhat same as
But
A-Team.
yeah, but MacGyver, like looking at this now, to me it appears to be a CIA operation.
What isn't?
Yeah, everything is.
I
I was going to
haven't
say
watched.
Matlock Bassat. I was going to say Matlock.
Yeah, Matlock
I
was
haven't
awesome as
watched
well.
TV in so long. It's been
Same.
literally forever. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing
Yeah.
on it. They just keep
I don't
remaking the
I
same
don't
shows.
even know. I don't even know where the remote is. Like I have no fucking idea what the remote is. We have two TVs, but the one I'm looking at is not even plugged into the wall, and it's covered
Same
with
thing.
flower pots. So even if it was
Oh,
on,
funny.
you couldn't see it because there's all sorts of flower pots in front of it.
If I would turn on my TV now, it will probably be on channel 200, and it only broadcasts Formula One once every 2 weeks. So my TV goes on every 2 weeks on that channel, and only when the race starts. And as soon as the checkered flag is, I turn it off. I don't have to hear all the nonsense prior and after to it. All the
Yeah,
virtual
yeah.
signaling.
So you what? So you just watch the takeoff.
Yeah, like literally. Once the
Yeah,
red light goes on, then I stop watching. And then as soon as the
yeah,
checkered flag comes, I'm stop watching. TV goes
yeah.
out.
Finbar and Facing, you got to tell Eco that he's got to get out on the golf course when I come down there next month.
Oh
Sounds
yeah.
good. Just let
Dude,
me
you
destroy
gotta.
somebody else's clubs.
Ooh.
You can't
Don't they
break
rent
mine.
them over there?
You will feel muscles that you thought you
goodness.
wouldn't had. It's insane. I did golf once. I hit the ball maybe twice in 500 throws or whatever you call it. And the next day I couldn't move. I had pain in every muscle in my body that I didn't even know existed. Never playing golf again.
Yeah, it's a weird motion. Like you gotta
It's
like get used to it and like have somebody who knows what they're doing tell you how to do it.
Yeah, been there, done that. Never again, golly.
So like 2 months
I don't
ago, I
know.
went down to Baton Rouge and did a little bit of top golf. So I got a few of those muscles tried out there. But I really hope that it's not as hot as it is right now, because it's killer hot right now.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But
you
yeah, I'm
should
down
really
for
come
it.
over. It's nice and balmy over here. It's nice, like 25 degrees, hardly any
Really?
mosquitoes. It's really,
Nice.
yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
The
we've been
pool
having
water
18
is
here as well.
26.
Yeah, mine's
The
27.
pool,
Not bad.
the
go.
pool is freaking 26, and like the air is 25. It feels nice when you go in.
Yeah, we don't have any mosquitoes either because it's been so dry.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Or at least I
Which-
think that's the reason.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
No, it's probably Bill Gates.
No, finally, my neighbor who doesn't visit this area where this old historic garage is falling apart, but she wants it restored, but she doesn't want to maintain it. So, like, there it is, catching all sorts of water, and I swear that's the source of the mosquitoes for the whole block. But
Oh, definitely. You can't
I-
have standing water. Like if you have
Yeah.
if you just have
I
like
can't
a
point
car
to it,
tire.
but I swear it's in there.
Yeah.
If you have a car tire on its side somewhere
Yeah.
without the
Or
wheel,
like soda cans or beer,
Yeah, or
bottles or
yeah,
anything like
Yeah.
that. If there's any water
anything
that
like
gets
a
caught,
So I
like a
think what
bucket.
happened is her
Wheelbarrows.
granddaughter came over and spent the last holiday, like 4th of July, with her. And I think her granddaughter was like, gosh, there's mosquitoes everywhere. I can't even go outside around here. What's going on? So I think her granddaughter was a catalyst of her eliminating our mosquito problem for the entire block. Because like
Nice.
these freedom-minded entrepreneurial men were next door on the other side, building a picket fence and a little trellis gateway thing, arbor.
Mhm.
And they were complaining about the mosquitoes. They were like, I know, don't take this the wrong way, but we were on your side of the house, man, the mosquitoes were really, really bad. And I was just like, yeah, man, I haven't been able to find the source yet. Whatever.
Yeah.
So those freedom-minded
Over
guys,
here.
I tried to get them into Hex. They knew what Hex was. We started talking about like what's the true nature of value and stuff like that. So they know that I know that they know the possibilities. And I also told them I'll sponsor you guys $50 each. I told them
Nice.
that like 3 weeks or not 3 weeks, 3 months ago. And what's even funnier also is that we were influenced by Flat Earth by the same person. There's a guy who's a handyman around town who has a NASA's fake sticker on the back of his work truck.
Perfect. Perfect.
And so like every once in a while people ask him like, what's up with that? Man, I remember the first time he told me that, Flat Earth, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can go that far.
Yep. We all did the same path. The first time I heard it, I thought, dude, I'm gonna nail you, because I came from a science background, so I thought this guy is toast.
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. There's no proof, man. It's so annoying.
Yeah, fucking
Uh,
sucks, man.
It fucking sucks. It's not easy
Yeah.
to accept it.
Once
Trust me, it's not.
once everybody's loaded, we're gonna be the first ones that are gonna go around the Earth, like
No,
north,
we're
south.
gonna close to you, man. We need to go to the North Pole. Everybody's talking about the ice wall, Antarctica. Fuck Antarctica. It's all about the center. If we are truly the center of, if we are the center of our universe, and the North Pole and Polaris is actually the center of our known universe, then that's the most important part. And funny enough, nobody talks about the North Pole. Not in school, not in education, not in mainstream media. It's not on any map.
is different.
Yeah, they
North
hide it.
Pole looks
So
different on the
look
map.
that. Don't look what they're talking about. Look what they're not talking about.
Have you seen these new pictures where it's just beyond the ice wall, supposedly, and there's a
No.
river flowing and there's green tundra grass?
Oh, but that's I haven't seen it, but that is pretty much common knowledge in old writings and old maps and old folklore, and that's pretty much normal.
The pictures that they're passing around right now, maybe they're CGI, but
Mhm.
supposedly the ice wall, they're making the ice wall look not very thick.
Correct. I do know that in the old maps there are 2 locations where the ice wall isn't
It doesn't exist.
fully closed in, so you can pass through.
Mhm.
So, and that's the only thing we can do is go off of somebody else's opinion, knowledge, map, photograph, or whatever. We're not allowed to go there ourselves. So
I think what I want to do is, do the North Pole stuff that you were talking about, but have it to where like I can get a better perspective of the sun and the moon.
Mhm.
Like I just want to, follow it a little bit over there, follow it a little bit over here. Take some.
we're gonna do
some
amazing
distance.
stuff in the future. I can't wait, man. The golly.
I'm
I've
actually a
already-
little bit afraid. I might
Yeah,
have
me
to have my robot AI replace me a little.
I said once I'm done and I have everything set up for my kids and my wife and my family and everybody is set, then I can go out, because I'm not sure if I'll ever come back. So
So my AI is going to go out there and going to come back. And then I'm going to take the memories and pop it in my head or pop it on my eyes and ears and experience it all afterwards from the safety. And then hopefully I won't get shot while I'm experiencing that. While I'm
I just want my
desensitized to the
flying
rest of the world.
RV, and I want it fucking now.
Yep.
Rolling.
Fun.
Imagine how cool,
Flying.
Marcus. How cool would it be? I would just go outside to my RV, and I'd press a few buttons like they did on Back to the Future, and
Spaceballs.
lickety fucking split. I'd be over there in the States with you guys golfing.
Wouldn't it be like Transformers type?
Pre-piloted. Yeah, that'd
Like
be fun.
like Star Trek, like fucking beam me up type of
Oh.
traveling.
What
It takes
if-
That
like a
would be
second.
awesome.
I think it used to exist. We are well aware of all the Stargates.
Finbear, what does its horn sound like?
I wouldn't know. Yeah, something like that. You know?
I'm getting you one that sounds like a cow.
Besides just like a plane? You mean a plane?
No, I don't mean a plane. Like a flying RV that you need no room to move it to get to where you're going. Like it needs to move like an inch forward, and it appears in a different place.
Yeah,
It's
Stargate.
difficult to explain because
So,
I'm pretty sure
like,
it doesn't exist yet.
Teleportation type of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost.
Like where you
it
take
feels-
matter
it
from
feels
one
like it
spot
because
to another?
It feels like it because you travel so fast. It's like teleporting, but you remain intact during the thing. So teleportation, I think it means that you're sort of broken to your sort of bits and like sent over and then like reassembled. But if you travel using my flying RV, you're gonna stay intact the entire time. You're just gonna swoosh to wherever you were going really fucking fast.
Well, I mean,
Vroom,
your
vroom.
perception of space, I guess, wouldn't be changed, would it?
No,
Like,
no,
Why
it's
can't we
kind of
keep
like
it
one of
slow?
those, kind of like one of those triangle-shaped UFOs where it sort of bends the space, kind of, or it manipulates the magnetic field in front
You're
of
gonna
it, and it sort of falls into where it's going almost
Yeah.
immediately.
you're gonna choose your spaceship off the shape of it.
Well, if I can have any shape I want, I demand it has to be more vulvic in shape than phallic because of feminism. I want to bring my. It's gonna be like a flying rug, kind of.
Did you all see the South Park one where Cartman goes into the girls' restroom? It's floating
No.
around on Twitter.
I haven't.
Is it a
It's
new one?
hilarious. It hit all the little things. What's up, Garden? It hit
Hey,
all
man.
the things that you would hit of saying, you know, I now say that I'm a woman, and then he goes to the principal's office, and oh gosh, it's just on and on and on. I'm sorry, I didn't sleep last night. These
Same.
are
Ooh,
little tiny stickers.
let's
Look at
go.
how many I have. So I'm going to start putting these 4x6 sheets. I'll
Is
cut this up into
many.
4x6s. Yeah. There were 200 per like sheet size, which would be 11 by 8.5. So I'm going to cut these up into 4x6. I keep saying 4x6, but it's more like 8.5 by 4 to get into an envelope, and then people can have little things to put all over their stationery and all over their kids' faces and little
Cool.
little places here and there, because they're only 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch.
Yeah. I already used
put-
all you sent me.
three
It's on
on- Put 3 on top of each other and go around your pecker.
And then what's the line? What do I tell her?
What do I tell her?
There's nobody to talk to.
3
if
in a
that's the
row?
case.
Let's play 3 in a row.
If you really want X.
Hey, Crypto King's in the house. Hey, man.
What up?
What's up,
Crypto
Crypto King? So, Crypto King, I just sent you some goodies, but not the goodies that I'm talking about right now because I just picked these up from the printer. So, but the new black stickers are coming to you right now. So this is my new stack of the certificates that a lot of y'all have received. And what's really awesome about these is I went to these printers and I had already been using other printers, their rivals across town. And I said, hey, I got them to do it or whatever, but I didn't like the texture and they didn't care about making it right, the other printer. But these guys, they fought for my business, and there's an awesome texture to this, like dollar bills. It's fabulous.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
So I'll just add some gold to this side, and so they still work. I redid some of the lettering on the steps A through D, but I'm really excited about these. I think if there were females in the audience here or on screen with me, I think they would go like a little bit cuckoo over them because they're so like cute.
Could you
Small.
see if you could cover the buttons in your seat with those stickers? Does it fit on the button?
Are you able to see that?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
No, but if it fits, it fits.
Would it be cool?
That's perfect. And slightly bigger, you could give them out to strippers to cover their nipples.
Ah, yeah. Oh, I've already got bigger.
There's a new market.
I can cut the 1x1s or 1.5 by 1.5s that I already have.
Here in my local street, all the lamppost, the mailbox, the underground garbage can, they're all full with hex stickers now. It's funny.
Sweet.
It's funny.
They're dumpsters, or they're everybody's individual one that they take to
No,
and from
it's-
their house?
Yeah. So we all have underground garbage collecting cans, and every resident has a pass, like a credit card.
Yeah.
And then you go to the thing and you
It's
can
definitely
dump
nipple
your
size.
garbage in it. So everybody
Is it
comes
like
to
a
the same-
huge? It's a huge bag that they lift with this big machine
Yes,
and put it
yes.
on the truck. Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
It's
Yeah,
about
they're
the right
nice.
size.
Yeah, they're nice.
Oh, so did you put these on there?
Yes.
Okay. So these are discontinued.
Oh, okay. That's fine though.
I made some other ones that are elongated, like 3
And-
wide, 1 tall.
Yeah, and the
Instead
one
of
with
2 by 2.
the color film, and the one with the bigger skull, they're on the
Mhm.
back of my car. I should take a picture next to my license plates. I got them both. License plate, freaking amazing. I love it.
Did you put the magnet
Maybe
on the
not
car?
show your-
Did it get there?
Maybe
No, the
not show
magnet,
your license plate.
The magnet hasn't come yet, maybe?
No, and it doesn't work on my car because most of my panels are made out of aluminum. So
Oh,
it won't
okay.
stick.
There's good magnets headed to, well,
Okay, perfect.
not to you because you're moving right now, but there's a
Yes.
good magnet headed to Finbear here.
As soon as I'm there, I will give you my new address.
Cool.
Cool.
Also, Finbear, I took that 1 gallon. It wasn't quite 1 gallon of honey that was fermented. I don't know if it's fermented, but it tasted bitter, or it was bitey. You know, like it was changing. So that's unacceptable. But I added that to a 5 gallon bucket and dumped like 4 gallons of water into it so it will be fermenting, and I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but it's going to be something. That'll be for sure.
No, but if you distill it, it doesn't matter what the
Yeah, I don't have a
rank.
distillation. Like, one of my buddies does. His dad was he made like moonshine all the time. We made like dandelion wine and
Yeah.
like mulberry wine. That was actually kind of or like liquor. It's not wine, but
I bought an electric distiller for $150 and it works perfectly fine. I can do
piss
water
on that. I'm gonna make one. I can't.
yeah.
I can't just buy one.
Yeah, yeah,
I know,
and it's
but I'm
probably
lazy sometimes,
pretty small.
and it's just convenient, man. It's easy. But
Like
I
you need to fit like at least I would say like 5 gallons or 8 gallons or something to
and you want to make
worth
it
your
out of
while
copper
to
or
warm it up.
stainless steel.
Yeah, this is copper.
Stainless.
Yeah.
Like
That's
he has
awesome.
an old distiller that was, I don't know if his grandpa made it or like this was made in like the 1920s or 30s when the prohibition was going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he probably did he use a thumper? Do you remember? A
I
thumper
don't
is like
know.
it's so you have the horn that collects the steam, and then the way a thumper works is that the steam is directed into a bucket which has a small amount of the rank in it, and then that also heats up, and sort of the steam bubbles through either the like the sugar wash or whatever, or if you wanted to have some flavor, you could have something like
Oh
peach
yeah,
mash or something. So the
it
steam
did not.
heats up that mash. Yeah, I was gonna say that if he did, you can get rid of the thumper. It's a completely pointless exercise. You can get the flavors
Yeah,
in much easier without adding a risk of exploding yourself with the
yeah.
equipment.
This was like these are like poor farmers who are more or less craftsmen that they just made like booze because it was illegal and that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But
You
no, I
guys
feel bad
actually,
about that. About like
there's an interesting story behind this entire sobriety movement. So you guys know that the head of the sobriety movement in America was Rockefeller's wife,
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm not sober.
Rockefeller funded the foundation that started to argue for prohibition.
Yeah. And to
And
top it all off, they poisoned the beer.
no, but
Yeah.
there's this interesting side notes to this. So his wife, who was in the head of the foundation, she made a huge salary sitting in the foundation. She made like $400,000 a year or something. When was it?
In like the
20s,
1930s when prohibition was.
20s, 30s, something like that. So
Yeah.
she made a massive amount of money. And right at the same time, all the car manufacturers were coming up with cars that run on alcohol. And Rockefeller had just come up with a way to produce something from crude oil. And the surplus product was this badly burning, stinky substance called diesel.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to come up with a way to get people steered away from alcohol powered engines and into this crappier fuel called diesel. And this is a really handy way when you make alcohol illegal to sell your merchandise. So that's why we had the prohibition, because Rockefellers had a lot of diesel to sell. And it was a nice way to get some tax-free money into the missus's hands so that she can play around with like some
So
hat money of her own.
it was like 400K in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
it was
dear
huge.
Lord.
It was it
It's
was
like
like
50,
massive,
60 million now.
Yeah, that would be
It's
like
fucking
tens
insane.
of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
it was like absolutely mind-blowing amounts of money that she got from it.
And what
But
the
when you think
Rockefeller
about,
also.
like, think of all the people who were super serious about sobriety and health and all that shit and keeping men straight and honest and hardworking and sober and whatever. All that shit was for nothing if it wasn't for Rockefeller's need to sell some diesel.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, realistically, people got messed up basically forever. Like
Yeah.
humans like to get inebriated in some shape or form, like since
Every
the
animal,
dawn of
fucking
time.
reindeers eat Amanita muscaria, which what is it? Fly mushroom.
Yeah,
Reindeers
it's a mushroom.
eat
Yeah,
that shit. Yeah, reindeers
you should
eat that, and then they're high as fuck, and like
Oh, that's how they
hallucinating.
fly. Now I
the
know how they fly.
the shamans used to wait for reindeers to find the fly agaric. Then they would find the reindeers that were stupid high, and they would follow them around with this like a ladle and wait for the reindeers to piss. And it was like, oh, he's gonna piss, and then they'd be scooping it up because their kidneys don't process the poison,
I
which
don't
is
think
also
humans do either. Like you could
no,
drink the
no, no,
urine.
no, but it's the reindeer already ate the mushroom, so you'd rather drink reindeer piss than your own. Then you don't have to eat the mushroom either. So the shamans ate the mushrooms, but they also drank the reindeer piss if that was available, because
I
you
don't
get
know.
the
I think
same.
Damn.
like animals like to get messed up when we used to press like apple cider and
Yeah,
stuff. All the stuff that you throw it in
pigs
like
love it.
piles. Yeah, like but like after like a week, it would have alcohol in it, and like you could see like the raccoons at night like getting like all messed up from it because they'd like chase each other around and like fall
Yeah,
off of like fence
I
posts and stuff like that.
I
Oh,
saw
that's funny.
I saw a news article from Sweden where a dude had an elk who was so drunk in his backyard after eating. I think it had eaten apples that had fallen from trees and had
Yeah,
started fermenting. And that fucking elk was so drunk; it was drunk out of its mind. And then it was
like
caught in, like the dude was fucking caught in an apple tree. Like you you have to go and look for the article because the look on that moose's face is fucking hilarious. It's like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing here, man?
That's
yeah,
Bears
funny.
I know
eat,
we always used to do that. Like
bear,
the
bears love it.
raccoons used to get like messed up from the eating the apple pulp from making apple cider.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
mean whatever. Like I think and they would do it like multiple days. It wouldn't just be like one raccoon. It would be like one or two that would come one night, and then like 2 or 3 days later,
yeah.
you'd see them out there, and there'd be like 8 of them out there, like eating on the apple
Yeah,
pits and
first
stuff like
Fanbear
that.
came along and then he told his friends.
They would seriously. I don't know. Like mammals like to get messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not only a human thing. That's a mammal thing.
Yeah. Do you also know that the Rockefeller actually in the early 1900s created a conference where he invited all the heads of states, all the heads of academia, and told everybody that oil is a fossil fuel. And now we all believe it's a fossil fuel because
Yeah,
he gave a conference on one
yeah,
day back in history.
yeah,
It's so funny.
yeah,
Yeah, it gave it a scarcity aspect.
And the
yeah,
only thing that he said was why they believe it's a fossil fuel because it's carbon based. Everything
yeah,
on Earth is carbon based.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
saying nothing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so stupid, man.
It's like saying it's organic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
people
is
just
organic.
go with it.
That is true.
We're brainwashed to think that carbon is all that dead old matter.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
life. It's the
But-
source of life.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
the folks that I went to school with, if I walked up to them right now and said, "Hey, is fossil fuel or is what is it? Is oil either fossil fuel or biology that's been capped over and
Mhm.
had to turn?" They would take that either or pick.
Correct. And it makes way more sense that it's actually produced within the earth, since everything that we have here is produced here. Makes no. Why would they think differently? All precious metals, all minerals, it's all created here. We live in a closed system. We can't.
Let me make my statement over again. Was it oil? Did it come from dinosaurs or did it come from jungle? That's what I meant to say.
Exactly. Yeah. I
From
think
the
I was
jungle.
talking to you about it, about where precious
It comes from the
metals
jungle,
maybe came
right?
from.
Neither.
Yeah.
Neither
It's
is the
come from
answer,
beneath.
right?
Yeah, but the story is that it comes from the jungle, like all the.
But whenever they say fossil fuel, they want you to think dinosaurs too.
Correct. And where those used
yeah,
to live.
that's silly.
Yeah. If you look at, we have a lot of table tops especially in America and Southern America, where we have the so-called,
Tabletops.
the flat mountains. And those
Oh.
flat mountains
Oh, like
have,
It's like,
plateaus?
dude, I'm
Yeah,
sitting
plateaus,
in front of a tabletop right
Or a
now.
cap rock.
yeah. But the funny
Imagine.
thing is, a lot of them have actually have waterfalls running off of them.
Hmm.
Where does the water come from?
The level above.
Yeah, why does it go up there?
That other cap rock over there.
Yeah. So even all the waterfalls that we have in the world, most are somewhat related to melt off, rain, those kind of things. But the amount of water that comes off of waterfalls could never be generated by just melt off or rain. If a mountain has 24/7 waterfalls and it only rains 3 weeks in a year, it's not from the rain. So where does the water come from? And we also know that aquifers in the right place, when it's downstream, let's say, you can have water coming out of the ground from its own pressure. What if it's just an aquifer beneath the mountain where water comes up from beneath the earth?
Well, I would, well, in my area, that's what happens is it comes from the aquifer and there's just this strata that's diagonal and it shoots up. So we've got all these springs. Orion is giving us a lesson. Fossil is supposed to mean ancient.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, but the
Okay.
trick is that they're trying to make you think that it's like burning wood. So
Yeah.
it's like the same because it used to be a living thing.
If you take a
It's
rock
just carbon.
and lay it next to burnt wood or coal, it looks exactly the same. Why? Like
The
literally.
what?
If you burn a tree or wood and you have that crystalline structure with all the little pieces that still stuck together but can break apart, like charcoal,
Yeah.
look at a mountain. But then stone. It's exactly the same structure, the same size, the same. It's literally identical. Only one is coal or wood, and the other one is a mountain.
Well,
But they
did
are
that
literally
get there?
identical.
Did that get there because of pressurized heated energy?
Now, what we're now finding out is that there are multiple ways of petrification, calcification, those kind of things, and we can even achieve it with just energy. We can have organic matter and have it calcified to minerals within hours. While mainstream science wanna makes you believe that the only way we can have petrification is usually over millions of years and in certain circumstances that it can only exist. Now
Yeah.
we're starting to find out that calcification and petrification can be done in a really short time and on 1,000 different ways. So most of the minerals that we now take for granted was used to be organic matter that is petrified into something else. We live in a closed system. You cannot create or destroy energy. The only thing we can do is transform it from one to another. So once it was a rock, prior to that, it was something else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some business.
Let's go.
All right, so Marcus, you're coming down in early August down to this area, and
Yep.
you've already bought your ticket with Maddie Allen for the
Yep.
conference.
I never bought it yet, but I will buy it here today. I just got to figure out where I'm going to sit and stuff like that.
Wait a minute. The conference, you don't choose where to sit in the conference. The conference is separate than the theater.
Okay. Well, I got to get my ticket today or whatever. I just haven't got it yet.
The theater stuff is sold out, and so the only way that we people in Austin can get a ticket for the theater, either Friday the 4th or Saturday the 5th, is to buy a Maddie Allen conference ticket, because Maddie Allen bought out the theater in Austin, at least half of it for both the nights, about half of it. So that's what we're up against. Houston has almost sold out, in Dallas as well. There's at least like 18 cities around the United States that this movie is going to, and then after that it's going to spread international. We had Crypto King in our chat earlier talking about how he's going to get a box set that's going to be specially issued to him, and he's going to go on a tour around Japan. Here's his comment.
Nice.
So that'll be neat.
Whoa.
Let's see, where is it?
That's freaking awesome, man.
When he first said it.
Yeah, he said it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So
are we looking forward to it? The highest of stakes. I'm looking forward to seeing my name on the list to see if I'm last. I hope I'm not last on the list.
You're a sponsor?
Yeah, a bit. Just a bit.
Wow.
Just a tip.
I recognize that. So that's big news. It came Regals Theater.
Yeah.
They released the trailer like 7 hours before we thought that it was going to be released. At least RG3 and Kinetics and Team. And then so they released it. Some of the Hexkins found it, started spreading around Twitter. So by the time that RG3 woke up the morning that he was going to announce it, all on the morning show with Kinetics and everybody, then it was already exposed to everybody. There was already 1,600 views within an hour. I was watching it. I was the 13th person to watch it, just because somebody put it in my inbox, and then I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm in a Twitter space right now. I don't know if this is free information. So like 15 minutes later, somebody said, "Oh, it's already out. It's already out. I've already watched it. Oh, see it."
So did you see the long one?
Watch the Maddie Allen. Yeah, watch the Maddie Allen one where it's multiple different commercial-like cuts, scenes.
I liked it a lot.
That was really cool, especially the first one.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be really interesting for even like non-coiners who happen to walk in.
Correct. Yeah, and the big billboard, exactly, Crypto King. Saw that as well. It's in Miami, I believe. Huge ass billboard with the other highest of stakes.
Did it have Richard on it?
One of those digital
but
ones.
the same as the cover, but
It's
not
the
the way
poster.
you think. Yeah.
Oh man, he must hate it. He's like, oh, this
Could
fucking
you
sucks.
show?
Am I on a
message?
billboard, you guys? Oh shoot! That's awesome. Hopefully, it comes to Europe soon.
Yeah.
Or we can get, yeah.
Or I can
would-
come to your place to watch it. Can you put me up if I fly over?
Totally.
I'm tempting. I said the same thing, dude. Are you saying I need to go to Texas next month? Because damn, that's gonna be epic. Yeah,
to
man.
see
All
the
the
fucking
hexagons together.
documentary. Yeah, it
And I
would be
was
pretty
planning
cool,
to
man.
go to Texas for a long time because yeah, a lot of our online friends and hexagons are from Texas. So yeah, it's one of the first places I would love to
Dude,
go.
my-
But damn,
my
it's too
son
much in
has
a
been-
short time, man.
My
And like I
son
said,
has
there's
been
like
bugging
18
me,
different.
Dad, I want to go to
Yeah.
Texas, man. Let's
Yeah.
go to Texas. I was like, there's a lot in the States that we could go. Fuck that, man. Let's go to Texas.
Why?
Texas.
What
Texas is an awesome place.
Let's go.
I don't know.
What is
I
he
don't know what.
reading?
I don't know what he's seen over there, but he wants to come.
Yeah, perfect.
I gotta go and go through his phone and see what where the fuck has he been surfing?
Well, Crypto King, what did they say? Televised commercials for the film and even radio ads. It'd be lovely if there were radio ads. I think that's something that could really spice up the stuff
Yeah.
that we do.
Yeah.
Because
It will
like
come naturally, don't you think?
gold
Organically.
bugs, I'm thinking like
I don't know when's the last time you organically went to see a movie, like outside.
No, I'm not saying that way, but as soon as something gets momentum, other things want to
Like-
be involved naturally. So it will.
Yeah, but we want
14 years ago.
to give it momentum. Yeah, we want to give it some momentum first, so that
Yeah.
it can contain to have it
no
continue to have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I don't want to. I
It's
don't want
6
to
after.
be everybody's parade, but I
We're
gotta
outta
go and take a sauna, probably a quick swim. Maybe
Take a
I'll. Should I live stream my evening swim? I'll go on a floaty thing and do a live stream.
get
Well,
a
we can do it
recording and
together.
post it to your YouTube, but get a recording instead of live stream.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's,
definitely.
because it's above the ground pool. It's funny for like 20 seconds, and then you're
Yeah.
back to watching Jimmy's feet. It's like, so what are we gonna do now? We're gonna look at Jimmy's feet. It's an old Mitch Hedberg joke.
Okay, we're out of
That's
here.
why-
Any last words?
That's why above the ground pool commercials are always 20 seconds long, because that's how long you can have
Right.
fun in an above the ground pool.
That's hilarious. You go out, you come back in.
Yeah. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna watch Jimmy's feet with the snorkels on?
The vision is to create the dream community, a retreat center, eco-village, sports facility, festival ground, to just really create the most beautiful place on earth.
So I'm taking on my biggest project ever, and I'm looking for the right people to embark on this journey with me. Thus far, I've been investing the amount of resources I have into this, and together with a small team of dedicated people, we've been able to get water access, electricity is being set up, and the first bungalow is due to be finished in a couple of weeks. And that's just the beginning. And Zanzibar is the perfect place to do this. Both because it's the most stunningly wonderful, tropical, exotic paradise, but also because there's so much potential to help the local community who are craving to enjoy the same opportunity as the rest of the world. Like proper co-working spaces with computers connected to the internet, professional sports talent development centers, proper waste management system. There will be retreats, workshops of different kinds, movie theater, lookout tower, basketball court, tennis court, football court, and natural coral rock pools, sustainable agriculture, music studio, podcasting studio, acrobatic park, yoga platforms. You know, a place to develop talent and creativity in all shapes and forms, in a free place in the middle of nature, in tune with earth, you know, as it should be. It's about giving value, it's about seeing the value we all inhabit, and it's about creating a new beginning in a society where we've forgotten who we are. I believe the future is held by those who come together in love, who understand that we are so connected, that we ultimately are one, and create from there, from the grassroots, where we have decided our own rules.